Yorkshire Style Podcast is sponsored by Switch Water Supplier.com.
It's named like a lass's medication. It's got a thriving high street. A great place to go on the holidays and kindness in folk that they'd meet. I'd call it Jewel of South Yorkshire and paradise on earth as well. Go for a day and see for this end, there's nowhere quite like WOMBWELL. Welcome to Yorkshire Style Podcast. This episode is about a beautiful place, WOMBWELL. I'm here with Jet Leddy and Pat Testin. Lads, how are you doing?
All right.
Keeping busy.
Good, good. What do we know about WOMBWELL?
Alma.
Go on.
Little pub there. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. We used to do... rock band used to play there quite a lot. That I know. We always a good meeting.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know someone in WOMBWELL.
Go on. Who are they?
I think he's from WOMBWELL, any road.
Go on.
He owns a vape shop and sells fireworks.
Oh, yeah.
Out of his car.
Well, chances are, the chances are there's at least one of them in WOMBWELL, if not every town, village and city in Yorkshire. I'll tell you where its name comes from, because obviously it's a strange one, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It may have originally been WOMBWELL, meaning well in a hollow. Yeah. That's where it comes from, apparently. All right. And in 1086, it was called WOMBWELL. And it were all just like a little village. No, we're really there until coal mining came along. And that was it. So when coal mining came, boom, straight up. And that went 19th century, obviously, at some point. That all kicked off then. Then it got its train station, and then it became cosmopolitan hub that it is today. All right? What I really like about WOMBWELL is, if you live there, right, you've got so much, and don't get me wrong, there might not be everything there, right, in WOMBWELL. But that's fair to say, right? But around it, there's only half hour to Sheffield, there's half hour to Doncaster, there's half hour to Pontefract, there's half hour to less than half hour to Barnsley, other way, right? So you've all these places around you, and it's all within like a short journey. So it's actually quite a good place to be centred, for that.
That'd be something that, if you were buying an house and they stuck it on where to buy, they'd go, well, half hour to this, half hour to... You would.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's got it all there, hasn't it? It's got it all there. Station Road in WOMBWELL is home to Mad Hatters Inc. You know that, don't you?
I do.
You do know that? Because it's people who do our merchandise. There's mugs.
Oh.
Yeah, these
so they come from WOMBWELL.
Yeah.
But they do their... so it's a tattoo shop, right? First and foremost.
Yeah.
You get some great tattoos there. But in back, you go round this little corridor, and in back they've got this room where they do all this merchandise, right?
Right.
Lovely little place, lovely people and all. And these are made and printed in an air fryer.
I remember you saying this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've seen them do it. It's fantastic, right? So they're doing by hand. This has got to be like craftsmanship, this.
Yeah.
They're doing by hand, one by one. They get all stuff together, they put it in air fryer, they know how many minutes to put it in for, and it comes out like that. And then they package it out and send it to you. And they put all them rude words in boxes, don't they?
I got like a ticket that says like you parked poorly.
Oh, is that what it says?
Yeah. I still haven't used it yet, but I've got it there waiting to use in car.
No, it's good. They're a nice little company, and they're good. Yeah. They're good to use. And we like
some new designs, haven't they?
They've just done great advertising opportunity. I know you were here for a reason. They've just done some new Yorkshire Style shirts.
Yeah, they're lovely.
Brilliant, and I quite like them.
Great Valentine's Day present.
Great Valentine's Day present. So. What's to do in WOMBWELL? Any ideas? You mentioned Alma. Is that a place to go see bands? Is that
it used to be. I think
back in there.
A couple of venues in town, like
in WOMBWELL, yeah. Well, it's just off Dearne Valley Parkway, which is main road, right? And there's Corton Wood Shopping Park just down the road from them as well, which is like Freeport. It's like our shopping centre. It's got all that lot in. It's got a Morrison's and all that. It's fancy.
Ooh,
So it's got all that. So it's one of them things. you won't probably go to WOMBWELL Centre for a day out, but it's got all these things round it. So anybody from WOMBWELL have got all these days out round them.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Brilliant place to be. You mentioned pubs. There's a few to mention. Squires, Lockies, Horseshoe. That's Witherspoons. That's where we got our supplies on there. Junction and Angler's Rest. All proper pub names, them, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Angler's Rest, I like that.
Proper pubs names. And you don't get that everywhere now, do you? They like to change the names and have special, like, trendy names. No. Junction, Angler's Rest, Squires and Horseshoe. Yes, love it. Any famous folk from WOMBWELL?
Yes. What name? Fontaine, something.
Yes. Fontaine.
Fontaine, aye, yeah.
Oh, that rings a bell.
I'd never heard of it. I assumed it were a band. Apparently it's a person.
Fontaine.
Yeah.
His stage name of a bloke, he had another name, but he called himself Fontaine. And he were in Emmerdale and Heartbeat.
Yeah, when I seen him, I thought, it's a stage name, I thought, must be a different kind of act.
It's an interesting, maybe so, or service. But yeah, it's a strange choice. If you're going to choose a stage name, Fontaine, probably. But it came from, I did look into it a little bit, you've triggered a memory here. He used to do working men's clubs and things like that, and it looked good on a poster, Fontaine.
So that what act?
And then he just carried on and ended up an actor, I think. But that's
we should be like 4 8-time 3 Yorkshireteers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Sound do lads.
Yeah. It's worth it if that's by.
If that's what?
If that's a bit nearby.
If that's nearby, yes. Yes. Anybody else? No? No other net? God, he's got his cheeky notes down.
There's an Harold Goodwin.
Harold Goodwin, yes.
He was something to do with Avengers, apparently. He wasn't in it.
They were Dam Busters.
Oh, I don't know. He'd done List As Long As My Armour films. And that's about it. I knew he was an actor.
Dam Busters, The Mummy, original one, 1959. You'll remember that. Longest Day. Remember that film?
No.
That rings a bell.
Longest Day. It's a black and white.
Yeah, black and white.
But yeah, Harold Goodwin. And there's a couple of others. Have you got any more before I move on? No? Roy Kilner, Yorkshire and England cricketer.
There's a couple of cricketers, isn't there? From
A fair few cricketers.
Yeah.
Good cricketing town. Vic Hoyland, you won't believe this. You ain't not name, right? Professor of Composition, BBC Symphony Orchestra composer, Vic Hoyland.
Wow.
From WOMBWELL.
Very good.
Do you know what gets me, right? I'll tell you. There'll never be another person from WOMBWELL that's BBC Professor Symphony Orchestra man, will there?
No.
100%.
So something's happened to the world where that can't happen anymore. Messed up, innit? Because that all this used to be the case. Famous actors and famous so-and-sos.
Yeah.
But symphony orchestra composer. Kids from WOMBWELL now won't even know what an orchestra is.
No.
No offence to kids who do, because I'm sure there's one or two, but you know what I mean? They don't get exposed to this stuff anymore, do they? So they haven't got a chance of getting through to them jobs. So how are we now? More, not that anybody wants to be that person either, but how have we got to this point where folk can't do that now? Where there's no chance for them?
Exposure, innit? I suppose. There's not the. Even for us growing up, you didn't really grow up to orchestras or the explosion of orchestras of. I think for us, closest I got were Castleford Male Voice Choir. Do you know what I mean? So you didn't really get that level of musical talent.
You did end up in a boy band, in Yorkshire's finest boy band.
I did.
It must have had some effect.
It must have, yeah. But when do you ever see in that area, an orchestra coming by, or it's the exposure. I'm sure there'll be a kid out there that if they go watch an orchestra live, go, great fancy playing that instrument or conducting or.
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying it's impossible, because obviously it could be if somebody got right into it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if we were looking at London now and looking and reading off his card, how many composers would there be?
Probably
more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what annoys me.
Although WOMBWELL does have its talent, because I've got a few mates from WOMBWELL. They're all players, they're all in bands and stuff like that. And you know who you are. So, too many to mention, but you're all fantastic musicians.
I'm not, yeah.
And so there is talent to that. It's just having that.
I'm not saying that it. What I'm saying is
that there is
Professor
on that side of things, on the big wig orchestra side, yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? I'm saying there should be chance, shouldn't there?
Yeah.
There should be chance. I don't feel like there is compared to other places. I don't like inequality. That's what it is.
I suppose you've got all your, how things are nowadays. They pick specific locations for filming and for this, that, and the other. The opportunity is down there for a lot of them. They took it away from us. All the opportunity, you've had
Who did? Who took it away?
them down there.
Them down there.
Them lot down there below Sheffield,
Yeah.
all them lot, and it's a shame because you say if they can produce one,
Exactly.
even if it's not to that standard, imagine what they can produce in WOMBWELL.
Oh, well, I think that's what Pat's
Yeah.
saying. There's talent down
there's
there.
talent there.
But what I'd like to see is them. I'd like WOMBWELL to have more professors in composition than Middlesex. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd like to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
that because why not?
WOMBWELL on top.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what we should do next. Then we'll find what's the posh word? Conductor of orchestra.
Professor in composition.
So we could do a talent show based on that to find the new professor conductor of an orchestra,
Deal.
and we'll do it in WOMBWELL.
I've one more for you. Sir Harold Wallace Thompson,
What's he famous?
Knight of the Realm. There ain't many of them about either
Hey.
from WOMBWELL. That's something else we need to work on. Shall we try and get somebody from WOMBWELL knighted? I think
Yes.
that might be next
Yes.
one. Send in your nominations.
Yes, please.
Sir Harold was chairman of the FA,
Right.
right? And he won. He weren't very popular. He sacked Alf Ramsey for a start, right?
Right.
And he didn't hire Brian Clough.
Right.
He what guy who didn't hire Brian Clough as England manager.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
He did some wonders.
some big calls there from
Yeah.
that man. Must have had his reasons, but quite a well-known fella in his day and probably caused quite a bit of controversy.
I suppose where they are though, in terms of, as we were mentioning, geographically, the towns and the cities around it, full of sport.
Yeah.
Probably why cricketers are so popular, so big over there, because there's plenty of avenue for them, and the sporting prowess of amateur sport in Yorkshire is quite up there, isn't it? It's one of the most competitive as there goes.
Don't you find it weird that rugby league, which is so big in town we come from,
Yeah.
right, goes all the way along M62,
It stops.
but kind of don't. I mean, I know Sheffield have got a side, and I know there's
Doncaster
one or two. Yeah, I know there's one or two outliers. It's cities, yeah.
Yes.
And there's no
Barnsley.
equivalent to Featherstone, let's say,
No.
down there.
No.
And you think, why is that like? Why does that kind of thing happen?
West Yorkshire, it's everywhere you look, there's
Ah.
every town's got one. I suppose because it's a football area, isn't it?
Maybe so.
I think that's because like Cass, Fev, Wakey, you don't really have football. Obviously Leeds you do, you have a bit of both, but that's a big city. Sheffield, you've got the rugby, but the football's the main.
Yeah.
Doncaster, you've got the football, that although not as big, it's still up there. So maybe that's what it is, just that divide of football and rugby.
Interesting. So football's odd in rugby back, I think, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Interesting to say. Right. Well, we're going to cut away. We're going to go to Pat's little feature about testing various things. We're going to see a couple of people from WOMBWELL. We're going to hear their thoughts, and then we'll be back at studio.
I'm Pat Testin, and this is Pat's Testing. I'm in Malt Shovel, and they're up until 3 a.m. with karaoke Fridays and Saturdays. Today I'm testing Bradford's very own crisps. We've got Morrison's giant cheese puffs and Seabrook's prawn cocktail. Here we go. But they are big and all, aren't they? Proper giants. Oh, aye, tasty. Get one of these. Oh, that's a bit small, that one. have to take two. Get a proper flavour. Ooh. Both very good. Oh, aye. Nice and crunchy on Seabrook. But you always expect that. Always expect that. Great flavour. Eat giant cheese, Morrison's cheese puffs. Oh, aye. Very good. Hell yeah. Oof. I have to think hard about this one, but I think we're splitting hairs. Aye. Both very good. Yeah. Let's split hairs.
It's time for Sport in WOMBWELL, where we find out about all sport that's been taking place in that beautiful South Yorkshire town.
WOMBWELL Main Cricket Club got relegated from Division 4. Let's hope they spring back next season.
WOMBWELL Cons beat Darfield Road Club on their own board 4-3 in Darfield District Friday night doubles league. Both sides have 24 points, but WOMBWELL have 2 games in hand at time of recording.
WOMBWELL Main compete in Sheffield and Hallamshire County Senior Football League Premier Division and are in 11th place at time of recording. Local rivals WOMBWELL Town are in a higher Northern Counties East Premier League, but find themselves at bottom at league. But for both, it's all still to play for.
WOMBWELL Karting's Christmas Cup saw Michael Cooper take first in Senior Max category. Go on then, Michael. Well done, lad. Well done indeed.
Hey up then. Today I'm in WOMBWELL. I'm going to have a wander about and see what makes this South Yorkshire jewel tick. Come and join me.
I've been at Witherspoon's there, and I've been to Pastors with my girlfriend. Now I'm going to the bar shop and I'll leave here and I'm going to a cafe then.
Since I was 15 months old, yeah. So we have allotment down here, so we come down every day to feed hens and that, and have a look round WOMBWELL, don't we?
Yes.
And all that, do a bit of shopping, and that's it. That's his ritual, isn't it, Claire?
Every day.
Yeah.
The football club, 100%, WOMBWELL Town FC. Good atmosphere, good players.
We live on a street called Rosegrove, where it's really quiet. I never hear the screaming, I never hear the dogs. Sometimes it's a bit too quiet. And I feel like I'm posh, but I live in a council house. Well, I got a bit jacket potato or toasty, or corned beef hash. And sometimes I get poached egg and toast.
What about you eat? It's got to be horseshoe, hasn't it? Weatherspoons, that's... there's cafes along here as well, independent cafes, isn't there, and that, yeah, so...
Just going out on bike, just had some new pedals fitted. So, just round, might go to my nan's.
It's been a stay first, I've been a doctor, I've just been a stay first for all I said, custard slice.
Barnsley. Don't go to WOMBWELL, it's time's better.
Well, Claire works early, don't you? So we come back home, to allotment, WOMBWELL, dinner, and that's it really, and then pottery art in garden, that sort of thing, yeah.
Not much, I just go out on bike, have fun. That's about it. I'll shout out to Jacob from Darfield, so, yeah.
But before we do go back to the studio, I have something to tell you. Now, if I think of the water supplier, there's not much more Yorkshire than Yorkshire water, right? Can't beat it. However, something that is more Yorkshire is cheaper water. I've got a mate called Graham, right? He runs a website called switchwatersupplier.com. That's switchwatersupplier.com. And if that runs a business and the water bills are a bit high, he can fin thee a better deal. And he fins thee a better deal, switches it up and saves thee a fortune. Alright, all that's got to do is go to his website, put the details in, and he'll give you a bell. It's switchwatersupplier.com. Do it now. Now back to the studio.
So that's WOMBWELL, and that's what folk think of WOMBWELL. So largely positive, nice community, but a lot of folk saying, but if you want to do it, you've got to go to Barnsley. Which, you know, it is what it is. I suppose they like to go there, and there probably is more to do in Barnsley, let's be right. But it's nice to have a little community at outskirts, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you know, not everyone wants to go to a big place where it's bustling all the time and that. You know, if you want to go for a beer, you want to go peace and quiet in your local area. You don't want to sit on a train for half hour and, you know, and then have to travel back and you miss it last train. If I can walk to the local pub, have a couple and walk home for your tea,
Yeah.
you winning?
Yeah, I think they're just guarding a little gem.
Ah, yeah.
Keeping ruffians out.
That could be
It's
it.
a good idea. Oh, it's terrible here. Don't come here. Oh, no. Yeah.
Handley instead.
Yeah, yeah.
Over there.
Stay over there.
Yeah. They've hit it on Ed. They're thinking.
They did, I was.
What I will say is that what first place we went to where a young lad on a bike approached us and actually said something that were quite useful to us as an interview. Some other towns and cities, if a lad approached you on a bike, you probably won't want to engage with him. Whereas he spoke quite articulately and told us about what we wanted to know about, which were nice because it tells you something about our kids are brought up now, they thought about down there and what they think of the town. So that were useful stuff, that. So something to look at as we go through other episodes, something to think about as well. I think we better do some letters from our listeners. So let's have a look at these. You can have that one, and you can have that one. So, start us off, Eddie, if they would.
Dear lads, what's best pub with an open fire in Yorkshire? From Keith in Burnsgreave. With an open fire.
Best pub with an open fire in Yorkshire.
What was that? We gigged in one, didn't we, once, that were like...
If it's before 2023, we probably don't remember it.
Right, well, we did. We gigged in a pub. And
We didn't have this conversation at
other
weekend.
Yeah, but we did gig in this pub, and I remember it. I remember turning up anyway. And they had proper, nice leather armchairs. They had fire. I can't remember.
Yes, I know what you mean.
It was
shoulder and mutton at Breezefield.
That's
the one. It was lovely. That's probably up there for me. I could have sat there, had my tea, relaxed, had a pint, quite happily.
Did that have did it have an open fire?
I'm sure it did. If we're on about the same place,
You might be right.
I'm sure it was. It was like a farming area.
It was a farming area.
Yeah. That I'm sure that had one as you walked in.
Shoulder and mutton at Breezefield. Go on then, Pat. What are we saying?
Whoa. I quite like Open Anchor in Pontefract. That's got open fire.
That's it.
Yeah.
Is that new? The open fire. I know open anchor, but
No, it's
has it always had a fire?
aye.
Has it?
Yeah.
Right.
Only thing is, I were in one time, poor young lass behind bar didn't know how to make a fire. So it would just like smouldering away, so I had to step in and get it.
Oh, it was proper. It's not one of them turn on ones.
Oh, no, it's a proper one.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Open fire. This is what we're
proper
saying. A
open fire.
private
Yeah.
chimney.
So I had to step in and just help her out a little bit, and 10 minutes it were up fire back. It was roaring away. Beautiful it was.
Good lad. They used to do, when I mentioned it in one of the other episodes, we used to go to Eagle in Cass on a Sunday night, and that used to have an open fire. I don't know if it still has, but yeah, it was constantly bar staff's job to come out and get it stoked, and it's must save on central heating, you know what I mean? And that's got to be good. But I think more pubs should have it. I like a pub.
I agree. Yeah.
There's something about that smell of wood fire going off, and a good pint of John's or a pint of Tetley's, and you just having that.
Yeah, if you call in after work on like a Tuesday night or something, and it's homely, and sit there,
yeah, bag of pork scratchings and a couple of pints, just sat round fire, just
that's what we need. That's the next campaign.
More of that.
More open fires.
Yes, completely agree with you. Completely agree. Pat, what have you got?
Oh, aye.
Get your glasses on.
Let me glasses on, because I'm blind as a bat. Right. Dear lads, what 3 meals make up an eating day? What does they call each one? That's from James from Malton.
I assume it's that debate about is it tea, dinner, malarkey, all that stuff.
Must be that. Must be that. Go on then. So what's first meal at day?
Breakfast, innit?
Breakfast, isn't it?
Breakfast, right. Easy then, that one. We'd tick that off. We all agree.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
Breakfast. What's second meal at day?
Dinner.
Dinner
Dinner. And what's third meal at day?
Tea.
or supper.
Depends if I was having 3 or 4.
I'd have said tea.
I'd say tea or my supper, depending.
You were from a poor household, weren't you? I know that.
I'm from Townville.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Lord, man.
Right. Posh end of cast, like.
Breakfast, dinner, tea.
Not like us Airedalians.
No. Breakfast, dinner and tea.
I would agree, breakfast, dinner, tea, the general spectrum of it all.
I wonder why that's a question, because that feels obvious to me. Do some folks
Some
have something
people
else?
sell out lunch, don't they?
What?
For dinner they say lunch.
But then, what, breakfast, lunch and tea?
No, breakfast, lunch and dinner, some people say. I've heard this before.
What?
Breakfast, lunch and dinner.
So when do they have a
Not
tea?
around it. Exactly. They argue that
What do they do at tea time?
tea is what you put in a mug in their argument. But that's wrong. It'd be breakfast, dinner, tea.
Get away.
I can't be having that. You have dinner time, don't you?
Can't
At
speak.
school, when dinner bell
time.
goes, you
got dinner ladies.
dinner time with dinner ladies.
Yeah.
yes.
Dinner ladies, eh?
And then you go home for your tea at tea time with
Exactly.
tea time news
Yeah.
and tea time cartoons when you were a kid.
Right.
And then breakfast is just, it's obvious, isn't it?
I think we're going to get some comments on this, and I think they're going to have some kickback.
And then, you've got this thing now, haven't you, where if you don't have your breakfast, you don't want to have your... That's it, brunch. That's a new one if you make it.
What?
So brunch is a thing where basically they don't have the breakfast and they don't have the dinner. It's kind of in between. And then they go for some sort of posh food like avocado and stuff, but weird food like that on bread, and then they all go around. There is a thing where you get like bottomless brunch where you can go and drink loads and loads of ale, or you can drink 2-hour period, which is a fantastic idea.
That
11
sounds
o'clock
a
in the
right
morning.
plan, that.
Yeah, 11 o'clock at morning, drink as much as you want for 2 hours. For
do that anyway. We don't have to give it a name.
Exactly. But that's the only good thing about it. Like, all you can drink for a 2-hour period.
Human beings have been around for about 1,000 years, right? And they've always had 3 square things. Why would they mix it up?
The world's gone mad.
Crackers.
The world has gone.
Nah.
Yeah.
You can't,
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. It can't be. Dinner time.
It's a given. It's dinner.
Bit of haslet on a bread cake. Oof.
It's another debate.
What? What, haslet?
No, bread
bread
cake.
cake.
Bread cake. Depending on
God.
well, there is higher, but yeah, it's got to be breakfast, dinner, tea. You can't. You say you had dinner ladies at school. You had dinner bell. You had dinner time. You go home for evening news with your tea time cartoons. It can't be anything else. Yeah.
And we've got one more letter from a listener or viewer. This is from Francis from West Houghton. That's been another Yorkshire Style Podcast. We'll see you again next time. Hey up then, we're here in Walton at some fancy hotel, and I'm here with Graham, of all people.
From switchwatersupplier.com.
Indeed. Look at how much water's used by businesses these days. It's absolutely crackers. And Graham's here to save you a few bob. All I've got to do is get on his website
And Switch Water Supplier.
and it'll sort the out. They'll save a fortune. It's Yorkshire way to try and save a few bob. So get it done today, all right? Don't mess about. If there runs a business, get it done today and have a word with Graham.
He's right, you know.